Connie here with Canyon City Creations. I'm doing a voiceover for the intro today instead of being on camera. Got a little swollen tooth, so didn't want to be on camera today. But please sit back, relax, and join me while I talk about the two paintings I did do this week and some chunky blanket action. Alright, I know I said I was going to do some painting in this video, but you guys have already seen, I didn't really film any of the process of these because you guys have already seen me do similar paintings before. So this one is a very dark violet, with just some white and just a touch of silver. And let me just prop it up here a little bit so you can see it a little closer. I think I will call this one an act of violet. What's really cool are these web-like cell features. Really like those. Here. Here. It's really cool. I even kind of like this sort of lightning rod look. So yeah, it's alright. Not one of those. I got some touch up to do. I got a little white splatter right there I need to fix. But you know, I like it. It's pretty cool. And this one I'm going to call Amethyst on Ice, and also have some violet in there. You can see the darker violet, but I have a very metallic amethyst that I used, an antique white, and metallic ice blue and violet. Oops, sorry about that. Tilt it up here a little bit. You can see more of the blue down here on this end here. But I did take some wet result up close video that really shows all the details. So I'm gonna add that into this video probably right after this or right before it. But yeah, I just love the way this turned out, all the cells, all the little cells, and how kind of has this milky, cloudy effect. And I really like how that came out. So, right. So Amethyst and Ice, an act of violet. Ha ha ha. So probably next week I'll do one actually on camera for a video. I was thinking of maybe doing some angel wings. I'm not real sure yet. Might do something else. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to, if I'm going to do a painting, I want to do something a little different than the galaxy paintings and the, you know, this type of abstract split cut pours and stuff like that. So I'm going to try something a little different. And let me go ahead and show you the close-up wet results of this, so you can really see the details. Okay. Alright, so to start one of these, you're just going to take your strand, and I just tie a little knot at the end just to kind of anchor it. My little anchor knot. And then I'm going to start hand stitching just a regular braid, like so. I don't know if you saw me do that or not, but I'm going to make a loop, bring the bottom through, and I don't want to make it as big. Let's see here. Do want to make it a little bit bigger. Don't want it too big. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So I want my stitches to be a little bit bigger than they were, actually quite a bit bigger than they were on the previous blanket. I only have 3 skeins to work with. I might have to go get another one. So to make it big, but we'll do this one as a baby blanket so I don't have to worry about how big it is. So I'm going to do this. See, I'm probably going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably going to need at least 20 across, 15 to 20, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So clearly 15 is too small for a baby blanket. That's only about 18 inches long. So let's keep going. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So still too short for a baby blanket. Let's take it up to 25, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Yeah, it's a little better. So that's 25. Okay, so now I need to go, this is going to be my bottom border, which is going to look like get my other blanket over here. It's this part here. See all the braids going this way? So this is this end border here. So now to start the blanket going this way, I'm going to leave this loop hanging out because I'm going to need it on the next go around on this side. I'm going to turn this whole thing over, and if you look on the back of each stitch, there's a little stitch that goes across the middle. It's this one here of your braid, so it's on the back of your braid. It's right there. So I'm going to leave that out. And I'm gonna pull my yarn through here and leave this one out. And now I'm gonna have to put all my yarn over here on this end. Whoops. And it can be tricky. They can be hard to find, and they can be hard to lift up and get into if your stitches are too tight, like my last blanket was. So you do want to be careful. And this is where you're going to start all your loops going up the blanket. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way across here until I get back down to the end, to the beginning. Then I'm going to turn around and I'll show you how I turn the corner to come back the other way. It's a little easier than this. And then I'll show you what I do when I get back to this end again. So, be right back. Alright, got back down to the beginning. So I've got my whole row, and this is what the edge will look like. Okay. So I'm just going to take this, put it through here. And now I gotta move all my yarn ball again. Okay. Yeah, this over here on this side. So I'm just going to take this and go back the other way. And it's a lot faster. So the first row is fast, but coming back this way, the first row takes a while because it's kind of hard. After that, things can go pretty fast, like so. So you can literally do one of these things in an afternoon if you really wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way across and show you how I do the turnaround and take care of that one stray loop back there. Too big. You want to try to make each stitch relatively the same size if you can, just to have consistency throughout your piece. So you might have to do a little adjusting every once in a while. I'll stop and adjust every once in a while if something looks too big or too small. Oh, I need this over here on this side. Okay. Like right there, I had to adjust that one. Just that one. Too big. Okay. So I'm just coming up from underneath. There are several different stitches you can do. You don't have to just do this one. I can go back the other way and do the same stitch I did here, and then every other row would look different. So you would have stitches that look like this instead of that. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'll do that on another blanket sometime. Okay, I'm just about to my end here. Last 2 or 3 stitches. Okay. So here's my leftover loop. So that's my last stitch. So I'm going to bring this up like so. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, then I just bring it up like so. Oh shoot. Did I do that right? Let's see. See, now I got confused. Yeah, that's right. So what I've done here is I've just added this loop to the end. So now I'm just going to go back the other way now. Losing my ball of yarn. Good Lord. Come on. Okay. So now, too big. And I'm gonna, this is how I start my third row up, going up. Okay. And now we just go, I do this until I know I've only got enough for one more row going across. And then I will start my second color. But this is how this kind of blanket is made. So you can tell the difference in the stitch sizes from the first blanket. This is much looser, all right? You're going to be able to see through it and poke your fingers through it a little better, a little easier, I should say. I think this end loop here is too big. I need to, there we go. Adjust, adjust, come on. All right. Very nice. Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue on this one. I'll show you how I do a color change, and then we'll see how it ends. I'll show you how I tuck the stray ends in, like this one, our first knot. I'll show you how I make those disappear in the blanket. And then, yeah, we'll see how they turned out. Okay, so for a color change, it's exactly the same thing as if I were to fuse two of the same color of skeins of yarn together. I'm just doing it with my lighter. I just do it, I cut about this much. So I want to leave a little bit of tiny tail so that when I don't want any white really to come through when I pull my yarn through like so. I want only the blue to show. And there we go. Boom, color change. Alright, I'm going to do a row or two of this, and then we're going to add some hearts. You're going to love that. It's a pain in the butt, but it's actually pretty easy. It's just a little time consuming. Alright, let's make some hearts. So it's the same process as changing colors or adding more yarn to a skein of the same color, but on a smaller scale. And you have to do a little math, you have to do some counting. So what I've done here is I've gone in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to make a heart here. And then I go on the other end and count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll make a heart there. And then from there, I just counted inwards from these two, where these two hearts are going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have one left over in the middle. So these are where my 3 hearts are going to be. So I'll just do one with you, and we'll catch you on the other side. Okay, I'm going to use the truffle color first. Okay. Then I'm going to just pull it through. Oops, I guess I should come over here in front of the camera, huh? I'm going to pull this through here. So when I do my next row, this will disappear at the top, like so. Let's see. Actually, yeah. So this will be your heart right here. Okay. But first, gotta put the blue back on. Very good. Now, I'm going to switch it up and do some white on the next one. But I just go in my next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is where my next heart's going to be. And I did a whole row across of blue first, so I don't have any white bleeding into this white. So you have to do at least one row across before you start doing any hearts, if you want it to really look like a heart. So, okay. Right there. Very good. Okay, so then I'll do it this one on this end. I'll do in the truffle again, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, here's what the hearts look like. I could probably turn this around for you, so you can see them the correct direction. But yeah, there we go. So I think what I've decided to do, though, even though my stitches are bigger and the blanket's going to be big enough, I want to get another skein in maybe a different shade of blue to put in the middle here, and then I'll do another band like this in the blue with this, and then the other end of the blanket will be the truffle color. So, but I want to get a complementary blue, different shade, to go in the middle here for this particular baby blanket. So, it'll be a blanket for a boy. I will do one for a girl next week, though, I promise. Or one that's unisex. It could go for either one. Okay, all finished. What do you guys think? I love my little hearts. I did find some blue, some lighter blue at Walmart today. Ran out real quick. And it's a good thing, because that was the last skein of that color, and they were pretty picked over on the rest of their yarn, too, so... Anyway, baby blanket done. Tell me what you guys think.